There's a reason why some plant-based food tastes incredible and others taste just fine. It usually comes down to one aspect of flavor that most people don't fully understand or utilize, and that will be umami. Hi, I'm Chef Brian Kennedy, and today we're going to talk about umami. So, what is umami? Umami is one of the five tastes, along with salty, sweet, bitter, and sour, and it is savoriness. You'll find it in animal products such as animal flesh or dairy products, but it is available in the plant kingdom as well. You just need to know where to look. So today I'm going to show you 5 different ingredients that have a ton of umami and when used correctly will really level up the flavor of your. So first up is soy sauce. Soy sauce is a common ingredient. You'll find it at just about any grocery store. It comes from fermented soybeans with water, sugar, and a little bit of salt. Most people, when they think of soy sauce, they think strictly of Asian cuisines. But that's not all that it can be used for, right? It's, liquid umami, essentially. If you want to add it to a pasta sauce, just a little bit won't overpower the flavor of whatever dish you're making, but it will add that umami essence that that you're looking for to make your food taste better. So next up is going to be miso. So miso is another soy product, and this one is fermented soybean paste. There are a couple of different types of miso, such as white miso, red miso, chickpea miso, and barley miso. This one is great in dressings or sauces. I actually even use it in ice cream to give it like a caramelly flavor. It's really nice. And like I said before, with the soy sauce, you can add this to a variety of foods to boost the flavor. So I highly recommend miso. Next up is mushrooms, particularly shiitake mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms are the highest in glutamates out of all the mushrooms, and you'll actually get even more umami flavor if you use dry shiitake mushrooms. When you dry foods and reduce the water content, you increase the level of umami. So highly recommend using dried shiitake mushrooms in your cooking. And if you're wondering how to use them, well, first, just soak them, and you can use that water, that broth. It's basically a flavorful liquid that you can use in like sauces, soups, or stews. And then the mushrooms themselves, you can just slice them, dice them up, and add them to stir fries, or if you're making like a veggie burger or some seitan or something, you can always mix it into that. Next up is tomatoes. So tomatoes are naturally high in glutamates, and like I just said with the mushrooms, if you want to increase the amount of umami in an ingredient, what you want to do is remove the water content. So if you want to use tomatoes, then I recommend using tomato paste. You can use tomato paste in curries, pasta sauces, etc. And if you toast the tomato paste, like cook it in some oil before adding your liquid, that will also increase the umami content of your food. Last but not least is seaweeds. So there are, a multitude of seaweeds that you can use that do have umami, but the number one would be kombu seaweed. So kombu is a dried kelp, and it is one of the cornerstones of Japanese cuisine, and it is used in dashi. To make your own dashi with just the kombu, you just soak it in some cold water, along with maybe a couple dried shiitake mushrooms, and then you can use that cooking liquid for grains, beans, sauces, whatever you want. All right, so there you have it. We have talked about 5 different ingredients that have a ton of umami that you really should use to boost the flavor of your food. Once again, we got miso, soy sauce, kombu seaweed, shiitake mushrooms, and tomato paste. I highly recommend getting your hold on some of these ingredients and using them in your next dish today. Along with umami, there are several different techniques and ways of thinking that you can utilize to improve the flavor of your food and make it more restaurant quality. I include some of these in my free ebook called The Flavor Blueprint. I have a download link below. I highly recommend you check it out if you're serious about cooking and leveling up your flavor. Once again, this is Chef Brian, and I hope you have a good day. Mahalo.